All right, let us continue. Continue the actual game. We don't have a particularly huge amount of levies. Now, the one thing that we do have to like kind of take into consideration is that the lower Egyptian patriots will rise up. Same with the Turkish patriots. I'm not sure if we want to give the Turkish patriots independence. I don't think we do. Like they're a bit too weak, and we need to maintain control of Anatolia. But either way, where's my? Don't think Naples has like a good navy either. Yeah, so yeah, we gotta finish off Sicily, which we're in the process of doing. Yeah, and then we can just move on to Naples and Hungary. It's going to be a rough war because they are not weak by any stretch of the imagination, but I can't imagine Hungary will be able to reinforce Italy. So we'll see. And because of the way the Roman borders Casus Belli works, we don't really want that much from Hungary anyway. Like, we might not even take anything from them, depending. Because if you were to look at the Roman borders, yeah, I mean, yeah, like potentially we'll take stuff. It's not like a huge priority. We are working on getting a Casus Belli with Serbia, right? No, we're not. Okay, that's a bit of a mistake. Do need to go through Serbia, Bosnia, and the Knights. We do need to kill those guys. I would ideally like to have war with those guys ASAP. We can stop building Spine-American People States. Let's see. Oh, when are these things happening? So this is happening in 1357. This is happening and then yeah, 13 or yeah. Let me get my document out again. Apologies. Once my document's out, I'll speed everything up. Right. Yeah, because I sadly need to keep track of that in a separate document. We're not making that much money, which is a bit sad, because they buffed serfdom and then they nerfed it again. We are very close to being able to get rid of the massive amount of corruption in the country. Close, but, you know, not quite. Michael, you get to become a despotus. You also get to be royal married. Well, you don't. You get to be noble married then. To, I guess, this lady. So you can start making some children. And you also need to be assigned to a boat. So you can be assigned to this fleet. Ooh, stability. I do like me some stability. We're really not making much of a financial surplus. Okay, we managed to conquer all that stuff, so that's nice. How long are our modifiers? Regency levies is still until the 60s. Reduced levies. Do we still have parliament approved levies? I don't believe we do. Yeah, so we want to take everything. There is no separate piecing. These guys are one thing. We might release some dudes as Prenoyas, like those little guys in Greece. We'll probably release as Prenoyas. I doubt. So basically, let's see what our aggressive expansion will be once we improve our diplomatic reputation. I somewhat doubt it would be a lot. I do wish it would kind of just show people with like high it would show people with like high levies first rather than like these kind of like super inconsequential dudes. I know, like guys that are already pissed at us will be more pissed. I know Sicily would technically be pissed if they were still alive. There we go, yeah. I think that's basically it. Oh, I can return territory. I'll do that then. Turn that little bit to Thessaly. Saves me a tiny bit of like AE, I guess. Lamb. Little bit of cash. Spending the levies to spending the navies. We'll put my heir on there. Guess he can join a foreign order of chivalry. Don't suspect he'll die or have anything weird happen to him. These guys are slightly pissed, but it is what it is. Like, so we can go to war, win this war, I assume, I hope. Actually, well, first we need to raise some paranoias, I guess. These guys would be Catholic. That is a bit annoying. And he'd be Catalan. What the fuck? Oh, then screw it. Then I'm not releasing any of these assholes. I'm not releasing any of you guys. They can be my levies. Right. I assume my audio is still going? Yes, it is. Okay, what we're going to be doing is we will continue our war with Naples, or we'll start our war with Naples. Don't need this fortress here, it's in a bit of a terrible position. I would have liked to have had a fortress here or here, but that is, can't do much about that. I will take my navy, I will pay for it. I will have my army be paid for 2. What's this guy's deal? Oh, he just gets more prestige from naval battles than that. Yeah, either way, we can ambush their shitty navy. And then likely just sink it. Yeah, I see no reason to really delay this war. There's like nothing for me to gain from delaying. Blammo. Raise all levies except for the ones in like Greece, I guess. At least the parts of Greece that I care about. Do I have any additional levies that I want to do? I don't believe so. I don't believe I even could if I wanted to. Shout out to the 3 people watching the stream. keep increasing. Okay, let's see. This is gonna take a while to gather these levies. Eventually we'll become so strong, it'll be crazy, but right now we're not quite there yet. What's this? That's slave conversion. It's unfortunate that I can't just capture their ships outright this way. I would have hoped that I would be able to. December, I have December like 1354. I've got money coming in. The money little event. Okay, I will need these navies just to transport armies around, sadly. It's gonna impact my bottom line, but it always sucks to have your bottom line impacted, am I right? Tish. Alright. We can still use this navy to transfer these like 5k over there. Well, goodbye those 21,000 men. No, not quite. I guess you probably would do well to just win on Greece, I suppose. And then deal with the rest as it comes, and then start fighting the rest of Naples. Hoping that that little bit of Bulgaria that I left alone will do its job and act as a bulwark. Okay, let me just get some sick beats again. Okay, let's not have them be that loud. Don't know what happened, but I just started getting some more money. Court offers bureaucratic aid, gives me more aristocracy. Ooh, more plutocracy. No, I want plutocracy. I mean, if I'm gathering my army, they're also just still gathering their army. Let's go to maximum legitimacy gain that we can afford. Killing these little guys. What is this? Transports, eh? Free ships. What? I don't know, are we extracting more tax or something? Not 100% sure what's caused our money to go up. But whatever it is, it's pretty good. I don't know if my mic's something weird's being picked up on my mic. I'd hope not. You know, something weird being picked up on my mic outside of my voice. Right. Great. Oh, do I not have a... Oh, I don't have a border with Venice. Oh, lol. Alright. Not even an indirect subject border. And now my money has... The balance has dipped to the other side. Nice ships you got there, buddy. My ships are getting more damaged, but they basically have no navies. Oh, there they are. Son of a bitch. How can they, like, cross a strait faster than I can, Okay, what if I block this strait? Surely I'll be faster than they can cross the strait. Loses the healthy trait, that's unfortunate. Aw, you bitch. Okay, at least they might be able to do a good, honorable retreat or whatever. A bit of a misplay, but it's fine. The ships from Egypt over to here. Not here. There, I guess. Yeah, we've done pretty well here, given the terrible, like the fact that, you know, the combat width is basically non-existent here. I might actually be able to get reinforcements there on time just because of how terrible the combat width is, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna lose. Yeah, we need to retreat. Retreating in a very strange way. If only I had a fortress there. Sure. It's kind of like they know where my guys are. It's a bit strange what they're doing here, but whatever. Essence reclaimed and forevermore. Now what I can do is I can basically split this army. Take this half, move it there. This half will be given another general. Reinforce this place with some more soldiers. Because he's now like completely trapped, basically. Oh, they've decided to move upon that place instead. I swear the AI cheats. Oh, our ships will get there in time to reinforce. Yeah, I don't fancy their odds, to be totally frank. Do not fancy their odds. Yeah, no, they're attacking like a mountain with vegetation with like no combat width and no morale either. They did make it pretty dang close though. Not sure how this will play out for them. We're gonna find out. And they're gone. Bam, 14,000 already dealt with. Return for my like 2,000. Now the thing is, I will have to get more reinforcements from Egypt as well. So I'll just have those guys chill in Adana and wait for their pickup. If the Nepalese want to cross, they are 100% welcome to cross. Do not believe they would choose to. I don't know what's in there. I just have no idea. Could be nothing. Could be like a gajillion guys. I'm gonna just do this thing that the Romans never liked to do called scouting. Where I take a couple of feudal levies, send them on over, see what I can figure out by snooping. The fact that I'm losing money is disconcerting. Okay, they came to the plains. The war is looking pretty bleak for them. Oh. My levy is sadly not enough. I'm gonna fancy this guy's odds of capturing this territory now that he's been there so long, so I'm gonna pull him out. No. Oh, that's those, right, yeah, that's those, ships that I had without, any escorts. Let's take some naval revenge. I do fight incredibly cautiously. Diplomatic action, covert. Oh, they've a fortress in Rome. Not sure if they've always had it, but they have it now. We will eventually just have enough troops to deal with stuff here. Like, we theoretically already have enough troops for an invasion. But, you know, theoretically having enough troops for an invasion and actually having enough troops for an invasion are two different things. We have a landing point. No idea where their armies are, but I want to draw them into vision before I start making like really good moves, so to speak, or really like high committal moves. These guys are somehow starving. These guys also have no food. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay, they're over there. That means if they're over there, it means they're not here. It means you can retake our little land. Also means these guys would do well to piss off. So let me just take these. Gosh darn. Sadly, the fishing boats don't really like get food either. Oh, this place, they just aren't even ordered to provide food. Lovely. Oh, these are just the fishing boats again. Oh, right. These guys are the ones that have food. Alright, go and bring food to the main guys. We're gonna have one sad starvation tick. Sadly. Tragedy. Oh, they both have naval showmanship. I guess the naval tradition ain't too bad. There's no... Let's see. If I can move to that marsh, I'll be in better shape. We are not particularly interested in fighting them here. If the situation means that we can't do anything but fight them there, I guess we will. God, are my guys just that slow that they just can't realistically ever escape anything? Take that mountain province. You little prick. Okay. That's not, doesn't actually bother me too much, but still a bit annoying. Okay, you go over there. You go get those guys. Alright. Well, our armies are at least in decent position now. Invading through pretty normal means for us. Okay, we've got lazy diplomats. Will you release the whole stream full length later? Yeah, of course. And why did you reconquer that much and have... How did you reconquer that much and have great legitimacy in less than 20 years? Well, you can basically just watch the videos and see exactly how. I mean, I know that's like... Long story short, you can just conquer whatever you want, basically. Like, I don't have any of this land integrated, but I'll show you how to integrate it relatively easily in a bit. Well, not this stream, but probably the next stream, judging by how fast I'm playing, aka slow I'm playing. Yeah, you can just conquer stuff quite easily by just winning the wars. Egypt is like tricky, but it's very doable. How do I have great legitimacy? That is, I guess, a more easy question. Is you can, in the beta patch, you can create a state happiness for legitimacy, and also we got some good religious influence gain, so we can canonize previous emperors, and because previous emperors have high stats, we get high legitimacy for canonizing them. I hope that answers your question, Felipe Fernandez. Or actually Felipe Fernandez. But not with a P. If you have any more specific questions, I'll try and answer them. And if you like the fact that I'm answering your questions, feel free to like the stream. Bam! I'm like doing stuff like a YouTuber. Okay, so I've kind of lost track of their army. I have a rough idea of where they are. Now, if the AI isn't cheating, they should just march right on into me, basically. Because they can only, like, they can't really see my guys, basically. Well, they can see some of them. In the previous versions of the beta patch, it was also possible to get fantastic income as well because they buffed serfdom and like they like mega over buffed it to where it like gave like minus 50% upkeep building efficiency, but they nerfed it back down to 10%, but it's still very good. I suspect the enemy, like the AI, cheats with its like line of sight, at least in this patch. Like, I don't think they cheated in the past because I've had them run into like stuff pretty reliably, but I don't know. It seems like they've become more cheaters. Either that or it's just a bunch of coincidences. Yeah, you can do this in 1.2 as well. Like, I've got a previous campaign on 1.2 where I conquered a similar amount of stuff to this, basically. Um, yeah, you just have to kind of like the economy's worse in 1.2 though, so it's harder in 1.2 than it is in 1.3. It's definitely a bit easier, but you can do it. You just have to like basically conquer, take money, and really do your best to like kind of like stay out of debt, and you can barely afford to like run everything. Oh god, yeah, there you go. They ran into that territory. That's excellent for me. Also, look at Constantinople. How much I've built up Constantinople here. It's got 180 or sorry, it's got 81 wealth because I've been just pumping money into it. So that's been making me money back. These poor Nepalese bastards. They're extremely dead. Okay, I'm not sure exactly where they're. I have a suspicion where their army is going to retreat to. I imagine it's going to retreat all the way to Naples. But we'll see. In the meanwhile, as we run after them, let's have a guy kind of cover our ass as we do that. Oh, also another thing that gives you a lot of money is at the start of the game, at least in 3.1 in 1.3, you can perform reduction on your nobility and get some money that way, and you can also request emergency grant, and that gives you like a little bit of money so you can build up, and then you can kind of start developing Constantinople, which will just pay for itself, like especially early game. Okay, they released like a little annoying guy for me to deal with. No vassal spam, no. Belongs to Naples. They're arriving in Tarde. A lot of silk and fine cloth, yeah. Don't let me interrupt you. Yeah, no worries. It's like fine. It's part of the reason to stream, right? Is so you can have some interaction. If I had more time, if I had infinite free time, I would happily make guides on how to do stuff in like EU5, but I have a full-time job and I'm also buying a house at the same time. Oh god. Oh, that was their professional army. Okay, that's actually excellent that they're dealt with. So those guys can be a real problem if they bam, look at that. Absolutely destroyed Naples. Two kids when I play when they were asleep with my wife and my wife, but can't stop because I've been playing EU4 and all of them until 5. Nice. Just love the game. Plays mostly Romans, Norway, and Portugal. Yeah. Yeah, I've only been basically playing Byzantium and Yuan to kind of like get a feel for the game. Mainly Byzantium just because they have a lot of content now. Okay, so I can technically attach a siege. Do I have any food guys? I have not on this army. I have one auxiliary on this army who can go stand at the siege. Yeah, it's the great, like, I don't know if dichotomy is the right word for this, but it's the great, you probably don't want to be spending, like, if you spend your entire life playing nothing but video games, it's pretty sad, but at the same time you kind of want to have some time for some video games. It's like the great sacrifice. Yeah, I will say because Byzantium is so strong in the EU5 relative to like everything else. Like they were strong in EU4 as well, but there's other stuff that was very strong. Like at the moment, it is a bit like, do you want to play the main character, or do you want to play like the side characters of Europe? Like I guess the UK is also pretty strong. Like they can unify with France pretty easily. Like that is another video that I have, which is winning the war with basically I have like a short campaign where I, as England, win the war, 100 Years' War against France, and by win I mean literally enforce a union on them, and then I become the emperor of the HRE. But because the HRE mechanics in that version of the game really don't do anything, it kind of like doesn't really matter that I'm the HRE emperor. Um, and that was on an older patch, so I'm not even sure if that will still work, but it might do. It might do. Probably gotta send a siege over to Croatia as well. these guys go. Prepare yourself. Like, the AI might capitulate, but they usually aren't, like, particularly eager to do that. Spend a lot of time just relaxing, having some peace. Like, underdogs are to making Rome rise again and force the West to acknowledge that fact. Yeah, definitely. Like, I also like a good underdog campaign where you start really messed up. There's also a campaign I had as the Timurids where I basically was able to restore the Mongol Empire, but it doesn't give you cores or anything. It doesn't really like help you in any way. So you can restore the entire, like, you can in one war basically, well, one war, it's not one war, but in like one lifetime you can basically conquer all of the Mongol Empire, which is quite cool. But it's not integrated, so you basically can only have one region integrated as the Timurids, and then the rest is just unintegrated. So that was like a weird little campaign. I'm not sure if I even have a video of that. I might not. Like, that might have been something that I just tested out and then never made a video of. But yeah, that is also like ridiculously weird because you basically are like not really playing the game until 1360 because there's just nothing happening. So yeah, I do at some point want to do a Timurids game just to see if I can like make something happen with that. Like, I don't know, like conquer the entire old world and then just like try and see if I can integrate all of it, stack like integration bonuses, and just be bankrupt for hundreds of years. But then you end up with a huge empire at the end. Might be a terrible idea, but oh god, this guy's bad. Oh man, I've got the air, the spare, and the fucking ultra spare over here. Oh, he might be like mega terrible, but he's still around, I guess. Marry this 19-year-old. I'm half Portuguese and Norwegian, so I'm biased towards them. But Japan, Korea are so much fun too. Scotland, Persia, but yeah, with Portugal, I never conquer Spain, just build tall and colonize Brazil and India. You know, which half, bottom or top half, Norwegian or Portuguese? Actually worked in Norway for quite a bit, or well, worked for a Norwegian company and then went to Norway a couple of times. Live in Oslo. Yeah, I've been to Oslo. It's very nice. It's like the fact that you're so close to nature, like while being in like the capital, is incredible. Unironically, the hardest battle of this war might be fighting these like Croatians. Yeah, I really enjoyed Norway. Everything was very expensive though. Like we went out to eat a lot, but my God, restaurants are expensive. It's like 100 euros minimum. Like it's like almost like 100 euros per person whenever we went to a restaurant. In the end, I ended up having a lot of Macs, and afterwards, I figured out where the grocery stores are hidden in Oslo, and just bought groceries like a normal person. We're at that year that we can get money, which is it, but it is November. Oh yeah, no, I cook every day at home, but obviously when I'm like in Norway, or at least when I was in Norway, I like was only staying there for like a month at a time, so it wasn't like I didn't have like kitchen equipment or anything. Oh, but yeah, if you live in Oslo, I've probably been to a lot of the places you've been to because like as far as like capitals go, it's not that big. Like you can kind of like go see everything, and I've been there for multiple months. Oh fuck, that was not my killing navy. That was my just give you free ships navy. Whoops. Oh, we weren't blockading this anyway, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we weren't doing anything to this blockade. Just double checking, but no. You really need like a lot of ships to blockade. We need food delivered over there, but we'll get to that. Okay, we can spy network, create border on Serbia. We may have to lower and re-raise our levies, as annoying as that will be, just so we can knock through Serbia. But we're actually quite close to finishing the war. It kind of all depends on if we want to go to war with Hungary and take their stuff. A lot of what we would want to take is not even like defended by fortresses, so Yeah, it's only around 700,000 people living there and in the area around the city. It's not Constantinople. Yeah, no, for sure. Oh my god. Oh my god, I think my fucking Steam. Nope, are they doing it? Nope. Overlooking the water. You can go in there. It's like a little like I guess it's like a little tourist attraction or whatever. So yeah, that was like a lot of fun. I've been to a lot of like the tourist trappy things over there. But anyway, sadly, I have to go to sleep now because I do have work tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream, and I will see you next time. Have a good night. Close the thing down. Bye. Let's move